Welcome. Let me set the stage for what we'll be covering today, a focused walk through the topics ahead, with the goal of leaving you with something useful by the end. This poem is deeply personal. It's autobiographical, drawn straight from Shirley Toulson's own experience. She writes about losing her mother and the unexpected comfort she finds in an old photograph. It captures the sharp ache of grief in a single, frozen moment, a photo of her mother as a child, and the quiet that follows. This poem, titled A Photograph, invites us to feel that silence and the weight it carries. Let's take a moment to meet Shirley Toulson, a British poet and author whose work spans much of the 20th century. Her poetry is deeply personal, meditative, and reflective. She draws heavily on family memories, exploring loss, nostalgia, and the passage of time. What stands out is her quiet precision and emotional depth, inviting us to feel the weight of those moments with her. This gives us a window into her world and sets the tone for what's to come. Let's take a moment to recite. This isn't just about repetition, it's about reinforcing what we've learned so far. When we say things aloud, it helps lock ideas into our memory. So, let's engage with the material actively, making it stick better and feel more natural. Ready? Let's dive in together. This slide breaks down the structure of the poem A Photograph into 3 stanzas, each holding its own moment in time. The first stanza captures a childhood scene, frozen like a photograph. The second brings us to a memory of the mother's laughter, recalled years later. And the third confronts the present, a space filled with silence, grief, and the vast, enduring sea. Together, these stanzas weave a circular reflection on loss, moving both backward and forward through memory. The poem begins with the poet gazing at an old photograph, a snapshot of her mother as a 12-year-old. She's on a beach holiday, surrounded by cousins Betty and Dolly. They're wearing sea-washed silk dresses, holding hands, with waves gently touching their feet. This first stanza captures a moment of pure joy and innocence, a frozen memory of childhood, full of lightness and connection. It sets the tone for everything that follows. Years later, the poet's mother looks back at that same photograph and laughs, at her younger self, the outdated clothes, the pure innocence of that moment. It's a laugh filled with warmth and a little sadness. That laughter becomes a memory the poet holds dear. It links 3 generations, the grandmother who took the photo, the mother who laughs at it, and the poet who carries both stories forward. This photograph isn't just an image, it's a bridge across time. Now we move into the final stanza, where everything shifts to the present moment. The mother has passed away, leaving the poet surrounded by silence, a silence so profound, it feels like it has silenced her too. Yet amidst this stillness, the sea remains constant, unchanged. This stanza captures the ocean's enduring presence, standing steady even as everything else fades away. It's a powerful reminder of what lasts beyond loss. Let's look at how language shapes feeling here. The phrase "both rye with the labored ease of loss" uses alliteration, that repeated L sound, to slow us down. It creates a mournful rhythm, echoing the heavy weight of grief. Then, vivid images like sea-washed silk, terribly transient feet, and cardboard frame bring the photograph to life. These tactile details make the scene feel immediate, almost touchable. Together, these literary devices deepen our connection to the moment. Life moves forward, even when it feels impossible. Memory is a precious gift, a way to hold on to what we love, long after it's gone. Grief, though, often leaves us speechless. It's something we feel deeply but can't always put into words. That's where the poet steps in, capturing the unspeakable, giving voice to what our hearts can't say. This is the message we carry with us today. Now let's dive into some thoughtful questions to guide our discussion. First, why do you think Toulson chose the simple title, A Photograph? What does that suggest about what the poem focuses on? Then, we'll explore the meaning of the silence in the final stanza. Is it peaceful, painful, or maybe both? These questions will help us unpack the layers of the poem and prepare us for a deeper conversation in the Q&A. Let's take a moment to reflect. Have you ever looked at an old photograph and felt that bittersweet mix of joy and sadness? That feeling, where memory and emotion collide. Now think about the poem we've explored. How does it connect with your own experiences? And what about the sea in the poem? What might it symbolize? Its constant presence stands in sharp contrast to our fleeting human lives. These questions open the floor for discussion and your thoughts. Let's dive in. The key takeaway here is that grief and love are two sides of the same coin. When we mourn deeply, it's because we've loved deeply. This poem reminds us to hold on to our memories, even when they bring pain. It's a powerful invitation to embrace both the joy and the sorrow that come with love. A brief transitional moment here as we move between sections of the presentation. Let's continue forward to the next topic.